What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about a Fallout theory that has interested me for a very long time. I first heard about this theory in a video called The Definitive Fallout Theory Iceberg. That video was made by a YouTuber called Lunar Legends Gaming. He has more subscribers than me, but I still want to shout out his channel. Go check out his channel and that video because it has a lot of awesome theories. Anyways, the theory I want to talk about today is the theory of there being multiple legates present at one time controlling Caesar's army. The simple reason behind this theory presented in the iceberg video is that the Legion's army is so large that it's impossible for one general to control it. However, there's a lot more evidence that could prove this theory. One piece of evidence that I want to present is that there are conflicting backstories for Legate Lanius. For those who don't know, the Legion's army is controlled by legates. These are basically generals of the army, and in the entire Legion's history, there's only been two legates. The first was Joshua Graham, who failed the Legion army in the first battle of Hoover Dam. And the second is Legate Lanius, who by the time of New Vegas is the current legate in the Legion's army. Caesar tells a player that Legate Lanius was part of a tribe in Arizona that the Legion were at war with. Lanius was a fierce warrior. He eventually attacked his own tribe because they were retreating in battle. The legate was eventually captured by the Legion, and after fighting his own tribe, his face was so torn apart that Caesar offered him a mask to cover it up. Now, as I said, there are conflicting backstories. Otho and Lucius are high ranking officers in the Legion army, and they both state that supposedly Lanius was born into the Legion and was a recruit that they watched over. Of course, they also say that Legate Lanius was a great warrior, so that part of the backstory stayed the same. But it's weird that two important Legion trainers say that they watched over the legate when he was a kid, even though their leader, Caesar, states himself that Legate Lanius was an adult when he first joined the Legion. Moving on to the second piece of evidence, at the end of the Lonesome Road DLC, you have the option to nuke trade networks of the NCR and the Legion. If you choose the Legion, you get to visit the area you destroyed. Despite nuking the area, there are still Legion members who all turned into ghouls. If you destroy the Legion territory, there's a mini boss that spawns there. His name is Gaius Magnus. What's special about him is that he wears similar armor to the Legate's armor. This is a celebratory armor, and it's weird that he seems to be the highest ranking legionary that appears in a region outside of Nevada. This proves the fact that there must be commanders outside of Nevada controlling the Legion army. And look, guys, I get there are centurions who control a small group of soldiers in the Legion army. However, they have a distinct armor that signifies their ranking, and I honestly don't think centurions would get armor that busted. The armor is called the Armor of the 87th Tribe, which could indicate that there are commanders for each Legion tribe. Again, this goes against the idea of there only being one commander for the entire Legion. My third piece of evidence is the Legion marked men who live in the Divide. The Divide was once a military territory that was fought over by the NCR and the Legion. Eventually, this dispute between the two armies got out of hand, and the final nail in the coffin is when the courier detonated a nuke in the Divide. The thing is, this happened before the Battle of Hoover Dam, so this means that this happened when Joshua Graham was the first legate, and that also means that these men who live in the Divide have had no contact with the Legion for over 4 years. So, how come there are marked men who wear false versions of Legate Lanius' helmet? By this time, they have no clue who Legate Lanius is or what he looks like or what he even wears. People could argue that Joshua Graham had a helmet because he was a legate, but once again, Legate Lanius had a helmet that was specifically made for him because he had a facial scar. Also, when we get to flashbacks to when Joshua Graham was legate, he was dressed in his regular Mormon uniform and not dressed in some special Legion outfit. You could argue that was because of technical limitations, so they couldn't give Joshua Graham a unique outfit in the flashbacks. But it still makes no sense that there's no mention of Joshua having his own unique armor, and not even Joshua Graham himself says he wore any such armor. I think this is the best evidence we have because If Joshua Graham had no unique armor, this means that the Legion members who were in the Divide must have seen a different legate with the armor and helmet. One last bonus piece of evidence is the fact that if you choose to kill the legate and take off his helmet, he has no facial scarring whatsoever. It is perfectly reasonable to believe that this was also a tech limitation. Man, a lot of Fallout New Vegas has a lot of technical limitations that kind of mess with the story. But either way, I'll let this one slide. I just thought I would mention that fact because a lot of people seem to bring it up when talking about this. But yeah, anyways, see you guys later and be good people. That's all for the video. Peace.